If there were ever a part of America that epitomises that country's close relationship with firearms, it's Texas, where gun ownership far exceeds the national average of 96 guns per 100 people. The cream of the globe's sporting shot congregates first at San Antonio for the World English Sporting Clays Championship, and then Houston for the Triple Classic. When it comes to the last shots of the World English Super Final, it is appropriately an English shooter, George Digweed, who has to break 6 out of his last 8 if he wants to walk away with the trophy. Like any Englishman in a tight spot, George digs deep and takes a 7 to collect his 19th world title and go into the sports history books for winning 2 world sporting titles in a single year.
I've tried to pace myself throughout it, but in pacing myself I've sort of taken things a little bit easier, not put quite so much effort into one round and then been tired for another round, and I think it's probably benefited my shooting. You know, I haven't been tight for any event and I've just gone out and tried to break as many targets as possible.
Following on from that success, can George stay on form? The best of the best head to Houston to go head-to-head at one of the biggest events of the year, the Triple Classic. The Rio Brazos Hunting Preserve is one of the finest venues in America, featuring lakes, woodland and grassland, more like a Ryder Cup golf course than the playgrounds we're used to in the UK. Shooting stateside is simply bigger and better. Here's the word from sponsor Blaser.
First of all, I'm excited that the Triple Classic is back in the US, and even more excited back here in Texas, where our headquarters is in San Antonio, which is only 2 hours away from here, which is almost makes it a home game for us. Therefore, we took the opportunity, and being a main sponsor of this event, we sponsored a feed test course. I've been with other gun companies and seeing the performance of the F3 shotguns, it's fantastic.
The final day sees the competitors make a last push towards the finishing post. It's the end of a 3-day, 300-target marathon, all made possible by the 380 traps supplied by headline sponsor Promatic.
Before the shooter started, we laid and checked all the targets on the white course, that's 30 traps. We checked through the blue course, another 30 traps, and we checked through all of the FITAS course. So we did all of that roughly by the time the shooters started coming out at 8 o'clock this morning. We're here during the day looking after the traps. Occasional issues come up, people forget how to use buttons, there might be something happen that we support, and the guys are out on 4-wheelers or quad bikes, and we'll respond to those using our radios, get in, we've got 2 minutes to fix any issues, or we'll swap the trap out. Towards the end of the day we'll be supporting the super final, which is on the ground over to my left here. Some fantastic shooting at last night's 5-stand super final, and the FITAS tonight will be no less. Then once the shooters have gone home, we'll be out on the ground till about 10 o'clock tonight, checking anything that's been an issue to us and getting ready for tomorrow's shooting.
As the competition for the 6 final places gets hotter than the desert sun, Richard folds up. George is the last Brit standing for the upcoming shootout. Down in the arena for the final, it's clear from the start that George has only one thing on his mind: winning, as he straights the first stand. He widens his lead to 6 points and takes it with a stellar 312. As well as collecting the main event trophy, he also adds the high all-around win to his haul, which nets him a $15,000 gun, making his 2 weeks stateside a lucrative trip. Yee-ha, as we British now say.